Good morning, everyone. Wow, listen to that echo through here. Holy smokes. My name is Lance Rath. I am the practitioner of the day, spiritual practitioner of the day, and welcome to the meditation at the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living. So we'll do a meditation here for about 20 minutes or so, and welcome to people online as well. And after that, we'll get the Sunday celebration going. So what I'm going to ask you to do is absolutely sink in, allow your body to relax right where you are right now. Maybe let out a big breath on your next exhale. That always feels good. Put a little sound into it, maybe one more of those. For those in the room, shake out that drive in on the slightly icy roads. And I invite you to close your eyes. And here's the good news. All you need to do for the next 20 minutes is breathe, and your body already knows how to do that. That's it. The pressure's off. That's all we got to do. If you want, you can listen to my voice, but it's actually not necessary. For the next, 30 seconds or so here, just note your breath. That doesn't mean control it. It just means pay attention to it. Allow your body to breathe naturally. I like to just note it in my head, saying, I am breathing in and I'm breathing out. Again, I'm not controlling my breath. I'm just noting it, watching it, however you want to phrase it. Breathing in and breathing out. And as your body does that naturally, and as your mind just simply pays attention to it, feel your body relax. Starting at the top of your head and slowly, slowly, slowly moving your way down to the neck muscles. As you put your attention there, if there's any tension in your neck muscles, allow them to let go. Allow them to relax. Ideally, keep your head straight, upright, but allow the muscles to relax. You can continue to move downwards, the shoulders, often a place of tension. Again, if there's tension there, allow the muscles to relax. If you want, you can instruct them to just move down a little bit more. And again, note your breath. Breathing in, breathing out, as your body does in its natural rhythm. And move your focus downwards more, upper torso, upper back. Again, just allow it all to relax. So I'm going to let you complete your scan, going from your chest and your middle of your back, continue downwards to the rest of your body. Just slowly at your own pace, allowing your body in each area to relax more and more. And I'll be quiet now for at least 5 minutes, and all you have to do is breathe. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. I am breathing in And I am breathing out. When I read the talk title for today, my immediate thought is to take it as a reminder that I am always a choice, that I can move out of acting and thinking by default or unconsciously, and instead bring my awareness to my always ready availability to choose. To choose light, to choose compassion, to choose empathy, to choose to embrace, to choose to compliment, to give that hug, to step into rather than withdraw. To choose to speak my truth and be gentle. To smile. So through the next few minutes of our meditative silence, as all you need to do is breathe, I'll encourage you to consider and contemplate your atmosphere, your attitude, and what you want to base your actions from and as over the next hour. And again, all you need to do is breathe. Breathing in and breathing out. 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 In your mind, your inner voice, if it resonates with you, you can repeat after me. This morning I have chosen to be at rest. This morning I have chosen to meditate and just be. This morning I have removed all distraction and just been with myself. This morning I have allowed myself to just be with presence. This morning I choose to be more aware of being at choice. And now very, very, very slowly, you can bring your awareness back to your physical body, back to this space. And when you're ready, and only when you're ready, get that kink out of your neck. You can wiggle your toes and your fingers a little bit. And then open your eyes. And if it feels right, give a smile to somebody. Again, thank you for being here, for the meditation, for making that choice. Namaste.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. Since we know place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Well, it doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought some corn for popping, and the lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I'll hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. Well, the fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. store. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. Well, the fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbye. As long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Ah. Ah-cha-cha.
Elevation, featuring the human kazoo. Oh, that was
Multi-instrumentalist over here.
It must be time. Hi, everybody. Jason, this is a little loud for me. Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. How are ya? Let me just look around the room and see who's here. And then remember Romper Room? Did you guys have Romper Room? Where she'd look in the mirror and she'd say, I see Marjorie. So you on the LoveStream, I see you. I see you in your pajamas. Oh boy, I hope we don't have any new people here because they're going to think, who is this woman? So I'll introduce myself. I'm Pat Campbell. I am the spiritual director of the center, believe it or not. And if this is your first time here, a few things you need to know. We consider ourselves a faith tradition. We are not a religion. We are philosophy. We are a way of life. And we believe that there are as many paths to understanding as there are people on this earth. So if what you hear today resonates with you, then that's absolutely wonderful. It may not, and we know that. We like us. Hopefully you like us as well. But we honor you and honor wherever you are on your spiritual path, however you got here and wherever you're going. We are all, that Ram Dass quote, which I love, we're all just walking each other home. And so this next song, I have to admit, it's our Kong song. It was a request of mine because it fits in with my talk. So I don't think we've ever done it as a Kong song
We
before.
have years ago, but
Oh,
it's
many
been a
years
while.
ago. Okay, was your hair brown then?
I don't think my hair's been brown for about 15, 20 years, so no.
Okay, yeah. So anyway,
Thanks for asking.
we're very... Okay, we're just going to continue on. We're going to sing what we call our Kong song, and it is Accentuate the Positive. So stand up. Oh, come on now, quit. Go like, oh my God, how old-fashioned. Get up off your chairs and sing with us. Come on, get the boogie going. I see you all.
You gotta accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, and don't mess to Mr. In Between. You gotta spread joy up to the maximum, bring gloom down to the minimum, have faith or pandemonium is liable to walk upon the scene. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah and the whale, Noah and the ark. What did they do just when everything looked so dark? Man, you gotta accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, and don't mess with Mr. In Between. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah and the whale, Noah and the ark. What did they do just when everything looked so dark? Man, they said you better accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, but don't mess with Mr.
thank you for indulging me. And I know that is the kind of music that is going to attract young people to us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my golly. I do crack myself up, even if the rest of you don't think I'm funny, I do. Okay, so we got a ton of stuff that is taking place here at the center, not only as social events and community projects and all kinds of stuff. So the first one we're going to tell you about is the community outreach and the food bank. So please welcome Ron Hahn, who has been the champion and spearhead of this.
All right, so today is the end of our collections for the food bank. And I just want to recognize a few of the people who helped out on this particular project. Of course, we had Kathleen in the Soul Shop, and we had Lance, who is really helping out on the financial side and getting those charitable receipts, which are a number of them. Yes. So, the other people I do want to thank is Shelley, if she's here. Can you stand up, Shelley? She helped out the back, as well as Lynn, if you're here. Lynn, thanks. I just wanted to point those people out because, you know, these projects don't go anywhere and they don't get off the ground if people don't step forward and participate. So we want to recognize those. Just want to say I don't want to miss anything. So, in terms of the food items that we actually collected, we have 2 big bins, and as I look into them and calculate, that looks to be around a value of $1,000, probably more than that, but let's say an average of $1,000 in just food item alone. Yay. In those big bins. Okay. And that's pretty important. Some people like to give that way. They like to do the shopping. They like to get involved and participate in the whole thing. So we really appreciate when you bring those donations. And even the kids were also donating. We also had some donations made to the Soul Shop. But now comes the big one. You want to know, well, what did we bring in? And I'd like to talk about this in terms of what your dollars do. So Food Bank tells us that they can do their magic shopping, yes, and they can make $1 that you give turn into $3.50. Wow. Yeah. So I'd like to actually just recognize, because I think circulation is important, and I love people who participate in circulation and are proud of it. So I am proud of a couple of people who made donations that was significant, so above $500. Some wanted to stay anonymous, but there's a couple I'd like to mention, and that's Gerald Stern. And is he here? Just wave. And Jennifer Anderson, who I don't think is here today. Okay? So, in terms of the food amount in dollars that we will be putting on the shelf, drum roll guy, drum roll guy.
Rumble guy.
That value is $23,363. Yeah. So we will be donating almost in actual dollars, $7,000 to the food bank. We did that. We did that. So, and I want you to know that there was matching from Change for Change, but understand that the money that comes from Change for Change, you did that. It's not given to us by the center or by some outside source. We raised it. You remember the little piggies?
Yeah, I remember that.
They're still following in behind, supplying us constantly. So that's something very important. So Lastly, I would like to encourage you to consider when the time comes up and you want to do a project, something like this. It could be something that's related to your family, something that you've noticed in the community, maybe where you work, and you think, that would be great if we did something like that at Center. Please find me. Talk to me about that project. We're open to new projects all the time, but we need someone to come forward. It's not going to come from the Center. It's not going to come from Dr. Pat or Lance or even me. It has to come from you. So come forward, and then we'll get the volunteer team together and we'll make it happen. That's all. It's very grassroots from that point of view. So, and see what you can do when a few people step forward. So thanks very much. Thanks for donating.
Fantastic. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, everybody. Holy moly. That does my heart really good. Thank you all for that. The next thing, we're going to hear from Valda, who is doing her workshop today right after service. So as she's coming up, I'm going to tell them what to do, right? You're going to tell them how to do it. So this starts at 12:30. So when we're done here, if you want to go get a nosh, you can zoom on over to Tim's, get a coffee, get a nosh, something like that. Be back here for 12:30. So don't take a nice, long, luxurious lunch if you want to come back for the workshop. It starts at 12:30.
Good morning, everybody. So today, after the Center, what we'll do is we'll focus on our heart and to recognize the power that is there in our heart, and to be able to access it when we need it. There's times when we get triggered, when our nervous system wants to just take over. We know what that feels like. We know how we feel afterwards. And sometimes being able to address that, or to be able to look at it and to grow awareness around that, can support us through our lives as we move forward. I believe that these little things that we do, when seemingly little things come up, actually make a huge difference over time. And I believe that as we access our heart wisdom collectively, we are changing the vibration, and we are part of the evolution of this planet. So that's what I invite you to today. The main idea is centered in my heart. I see with divine clarity. I understand deeply, and I respond with wisdom, compassion, and grace. And that compassion also belongs within each of us when we somehow feel like we haven't met up to who we think we should be. So in just a moment, just to take a deep breath with me. Move that breath into your heart. Find a memory where there is unconditional love or wonder and awe. Release that memory and hold that feeling as you move into your day. Blessings and love to all of you.
Thank you, Valda. Beautiful. That starts today at 12:30. If you want to walk into the beginning of the busy holiday season, that's the way to do it. Amy is doing a Christmas concert. These are always so much fun and funny and stories and lots of sing-alongs and that type of thing. So tickets until today are only $25. After that, they go to $30. You can send an e-transfer to office@calgarycsl.org or buy it at the Soul Shop on Sunday. The Soul Shop is our bookstore. That's what I need to tell you about that. And then we have a holiday service. It's going to be on Sunday, December 21st. That's being facilitated by our ministers and practitioners. And, you know, they always do an absolutely lovely, heart-centered service that Sunday before Christmas. So you want to make sure that you are here for that, and then there's going to be a community potluck after that. You'll hear more about that in the weeks to come, but I wanted to kind of start to plant seeds on that. The meditation is going great on Monday night, starting at 6:30. And I'll be conducting the meditation tomorrow night. So if you want to come join me online, the Zoom codes are in the newsletter and on the website as well. That's every Monday at 6:30 for about 15-20 minutes. So that might be someplace you want to go. And then our in-person grief support circle with lovely Fran Watson and lovely Sabrina Morrow will be this Wednesday. They meet, Yes, it is the first Wednesday, the first and third Wednesdays of the month. And grief is not just loss of a loved one. Grief can be a lot of different things. So if you are feeling that way, please talk to Fran and come on Wednesday night. It is in person, and just allow yourself, give yourself that time and that space to grieve in a loving way. And that's on the first and third Wednesdays. So now I would like to invite our ministers and practitioners to come forward. I know there's lots of you here today, so please come and line the stage. These people are here for you. A lot of times people are like, well, I don't want to bother them, or I'm telling you, they live to be bothered. They long for you to call upon them to do spiritual support for you. And it's a wonderful gift that they give to the community, and it's a wonderful gift that you give to yourself. So it's really simple. They're in the back of the sanctuary after service, and you can just say, hey, can I talk to you for a minute? And just let them do what they do. So what we're going to do now is that Amy and Steph are going to lead us in a chant, and then Lance will give us our spiritual mind treatment for the day. So just go with it.
I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am. I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am. I am.
In this moment, I breathe in, I accept, I focus, and I know that there is the one. That consciousness, that presence, that omnipotent intelligence in and behind it all. The great I am that moves and has its being through all of creation, even as it is creation itself. That one power, that one love, that amazing beingness that is in all things. And I know that I am of that it. I am of that I am, and what is true for me is true for everybody listening to my voice right now. That one power, that single great presence and intelligence operates in and through me always, now, and now. And so I am. I am at choice, and I know that that power, that consciousness, and all the ability in and behind creation flows through me, and so the unlimited potential within me, I right now declare I release it, and I allow it to operate through me. And I'm grateful for knowing that. I'm grateful for that being true. And so I simply release my word right now and let it be. And so it is.
I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am. I am.
Ooh, what a precious moment. Thank you, Lance, for that beautiful spiritual mind treatment. Thank you, Amy and Steph, for that chat to get us to that space. And thank you, my beloveds, for being here. As usual, you may be seated. Is your heart open? This next song, again, request of mine to accompany the talk, written by, you think I'm going to say Amy Bishop, I'm not. Written by the legendary, I'm still not going to say Amy Bishop. Written by the legendary Willie Nelson.
Imagine what you want, then get out of the way. Remember, energy follows thought, so be careful what you say. Be careful what you ask for. Make sure it's what you really want, 'cause your mind is made for thinking. Energy follows thought. Your mind is in control, even when you don't know. And if you let it idle, there's no telling where it might go. Whenever you are sleeping and your dreams take you away, go on with your dreaming. Listen to what they say. If you hear spirit talking, their wisdom can't be bought. Apply it to your thinking, 'cause energy follows thought. Well, your mind is in control, even if you don't know. And if you let it idle, there's no telling where it might go. Imagine what you want, then get out of the way. Remember, energy follows thought, so be careful what you say.
elevation. Amy Bishop, Steph Chapman, Louise Tovar, and Lisa Jacobs. I got you guys two mixed up. It's like you were twins or something. Give it up for our elevation. How amazing are they? So blessed. Oh, is that like a prelude to the concert? Maybe. Maybe. Thank you, darling. Okay. Excuse me while I just get ready here. Y'all are so patient with me. Would you breathe with me, please? Take in a deep breath. And again. And one more time at your own pace. I do that every Sunday. I do it wherever I go to speak because it gets us all on the same page. You know, we're pretty much there after all the ritual that we go through to get to this point, but it just puts us right where we need to be. So my talk today is called Hell in a Handbasket. It doesn't sound too spiritual, does it? The way most of us interpret that phrase is things are spinning out of control, everything's wrong, things are heading into ruin, everything's declining, things in general are falling apart. In fact, if you went out and asked the average Albertan how things are going right now, they might actually say it's going to hell in a handbasket. Yeah? Again, it doesn't sound too spiritual, and no, you're not in the wrong place. Bear with me, okay? So you know that I looked up the origins of that phrase. I mean, if I'm going to use something like that, I need to know where it came from, and the origins are a little bit murky. So the first one, according to Chatty, and if you don't know, Chatty is ChatGPT. We're best friends on first name basis. He calls me Pat, and I call him Chatty. And the earliest documented form of the phrase appeared in 1682 in a tract called The Popish Plot with the words, "And the devil fetched me to hell in a handbasket." Or maybe it's the other legend that ties into that phrase having to do with the French Revolution's guillotines. They decapitated people and their heads fell in baskets. Ew. Or was it the California Gold Rush, where men were lowered down into the mines in baskets so they could set the explosives, which sometimes had deadly consequences? Or maybe it's just this. I really have to go in a handbasket. I understand I have to go, but do I have to go in a handbasket? So the phrase, the origin of the phrase doesn't really matter. What matters is the things being described as going to hell in a handbasket. Simply means that stuff is pretty messed up. And looking at it from that perspective, there's a lot of evidence to support these days. All you have to do is turn on the news or go on social media or talk to your friends and family who are also on the news and in social media, and it'll tell you that things are pretty bad. You've got inflation. You've got affordability, cost of living. You've got climate change. You've got politics, tariffs, housing, healthcare, possible war. And that doesn't even count some of our personal concerns like health, including mental health these days, relationships, substance abuse, self or others, aging, oh my God, self or others, work, finances, purpose in life. And I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but if all we knew was from the news and from social media and our friends and family who listen to the news and follow social media, in other words, if we judged by certain appearances, things would absolutely be going to hell in a handbasket. And when we choose, and Lance's meditation was all about that today, when we choose to shift and lift our focus, our mindset, our view, our belief, we come to realize that there is infinitely more wonderful, beautiful, brilliant, loving, kind, exciting, enlightening, fantastic things happening in the world and in the universe, and there are things that are hell in a handbasket. Can I get an amen to that? It just takes a little bit of willingness to make the shift from looking at the negative to latching on to the positive. There was reason for my having us sing that old-fashioned song. And the bottom line is, either way, you're going to find what you're looking for. Do you understand what I'm saying? We find what we're looking for. And the chances are that one of the reasons you come to a place like this on a cold Sunday morning, November 30th, oh my God, is to learn and to practice how to keep your thoughts and your beliefs high-minded in the midst of hell in a handbasket mindedness. So our founder, Ernest Holmes, said this: we must identify ourselves with the limitless source of prosperity, love, friendship, happiness, and spontaneous joy, and maintain this identification through new and consistent patterns of thought. Because in doing this, it changes what we see, and when we change what we see, we change what we experience. Just like that other song, energy follows thought. There's method to my madness here. But like I said, in today's day and age, with everything all around us, it takes dedication to do the work. Because true, long-lasting change in how we see the world is not a one and done. Gosh, I had a positive thought today. Why is my life not different? It is not a Saturday morning workshop and, oh my gosh, everything is healed and fixed. Your consciousness, my consciousness, is the culmination of years and years of thinking a certain way, not always positively. I mean, let's be honest. So it's going to take a little bit of time. It's going to take an effort to retrain our thoughts, therefore redirect our energy. Energy follows thought. But the good news is, our more positive, life-affirming thoughts and activities are... I know! That scared me too, Kylie. So our more positive, life-affirming thoughts and activities are a higher vibration or resonance than the lower ones. You understand what I'm saying? So when we're thinking this, what's going to happen is that these either become eliminated or they get dissipated, or better yet, they get transformed. They get lifted up. His Holiness the Dalai Lama said, the way to overcome negative thoughts and destructive emotions is to develop opposing positive emotions that are stronger and more powerful. Let me get an amen to that. So one analogy that has always worked for me as I'm kind of putting my mind on this is about light and dark. So I want you to picture this. I can walk into a dark room, and I'm unable to see what's in the room because it's dark. And there's shadows. And things take on almost sinister appearances because I can't see clearly. So as a result, I might believe that that's how the world is, dark and scary and unclear and shadowy. And yet the instant I turn on a light or I open the curtains to let the light in, it is as if the light absorbs the dark and I can see things as they truly are. But here's the cool part about it. It isn't that light absorbs the darkness, even though that's what we think, because from a physics standpoint, darkness isn't an actual thing. Unlike light, which is measurable, wavelengths and intensity, but darkness is simply the absence of light. Darkness in and of itself is nothing. It is a no thing. But light is real. Light is measurable. Light is available. Which means that we can choose to bring the light into those dark places and illuminate them or eliminate them. I just made that up. That was pretty clever. We're always at choice. So we can choose to stay in the darkness and continue to believe that things are going to hell in a handbasket, or we can choose the light. Now I realize that I'm making this sound oh so simple. Change your thinking, change your life, la-di-da, Timbuktu, whatever. And you know, the concept really is simple. Change your thinking, change your life. It's simple, but it isn't easy. As I said earlier, it takes willingness, it takes commitment and consistency and discipline and awareness. Those are all bad words, especially the D word, discipline. Oh my God. And as I have shared recently from when I was on my sabbatical and everything else, even the most awake of us sometimes fall asleep, right? And we sometimes forget what we know. But the good news is, as we expand in awareness, as we expand in consciousness, we might still fall asleep sometimes, but we fall asleep less often and we wake up more quickly. So then the question becomes, how? How do I change? How do I change? How do I turn my thoughts around? How do I look for light in the darkness when I'm surrounded by it? Well, there's some practical things that you can do. For one, stop doom scrolling. Several of you I could be making eye contact with right now. I'm choosing to be nice. Choose what you let into your consciousness. Anybody else like true crime dramas? Yeah. And even as I'm watching it, I'm like, why am I letting this into my consciousness? Phew. Spend less time with hell in a handbasket people. The holidays are coming up. Family. That's all. I'm not going to say anything more today. Spend less time with hell in a handbasket people. Spend more time with like-minded people. Yeah. And most importantly, be the light. Don't just look for the light. So I found this incredible, remarkable meme that just brought such hope into my heart. When I read it, I was like, yes, yes, this is how I want to walk through life. I just need to remember to do it. So I'm going to share it with you, and then we're going to work with it just a little bit. Don't fall for the fear-mongering or doom narratives. That's just noise to distract you from your power. Walk like you were sent here by God. Smile at strangers. Speak light. Move like your presence changes rooms. Build things. Take chances. Help people remember who they are. This is the most pivotal, powerful, and sacred time in human history. And you are alive for it. So don't shrink. Don't numb out. Get lit from within and light the way. So I love this little thing. It changed the entire trajectory of my talk yesterday, that I thought that I would use it as a basis of a guided visualization to really instill and install this idea. What do you guys think? Are you cool with that? All right, I'm going to ask Steph to come up. And while she's doing that, I invite you to close your eyes, if that's comfortable for you. We're going to spend a little bit of time exploring this. So put your focus on your breathing. And relax. Feel the chair beneath you. If you hear any extraneous noises, just take that in. It's all God. Allow your body to soften. Take another breath that takes you even deeper. And open your mind and your heart to take these words in again. Don't fall for the fear-mongering or doom narratives. It's just noise to distract you from your power. Walk like you were sent here by God. For indeed you were. Smile at strangers. Speak light. Move like your presence changes rooms. Build things. Take chances. Help people remember who they are. This is the most pivotal, powerful, and sacred time in human history. And you are alive for it. So don't shrink. Don't numb out. Get lit from within. And light the way. Very gently begin to be present here in this room again. Feel the chair beneath you. And when you're ready, open your eyes. And look around the room. And so it is. So I'm going to invite Elevation to come back. If you think about it, having done that meditation and lit ourselves from within, now look at the Christmas tree. That's it, isn't it? That's it. Please welcome Elevation.
everything beneath the sun. Pure perfection has begun, shining like a midnight sun. Out of darkness I have come, I see God in everyone. Rolling like a thundercloud, let me live my love out loud. Standing for mankind and proud, baptized in a holy shroud. Peace be still and hear me now. God is in all I have found. God, let me know my name. Hold me in the same breath as you were. God, I feel you all around. Oh, how you astound me with your grace. Spinning like a prayer field, rolling like Ezekiel's wheels. Nothing like biggest feels this feeling I've become. Knowing what I'm here for, rolling on to distant shores, flowing from the infinite, God in everyone. God, let me know your name. Hold me in the same breath as your word. God, I feel you all around. Oh, how you astound me with your grace. Out of darkness I have come, I see God in everyone.
Elevation. Amy, Lisa, Luis, and Steph, and in absentia, Oliver. I was talking to somebody last week talking about the foundations classes that we teach here on a regular basis. We have a new curriculum which we'll be trying out in January, February time. But we were talking about it, and he reminded me of his very favorite exercise that we did in the foundations class, and that was everybody came up with different names for God, and we put it in a circle on a flip chart, and then put the word God, and then we drew lines and drew all the names that we could think of for God. I'm reminded of God, let me know your name. And we filled the paper with different names that we use for the divine. It doesn't have to just be stuck in that one word. Light, love, illumination, intelligence, divine law, divine energy, the cosmic muffin, the big guy. People came up with so many different ways. And in an instant, people's awareness of this is my understanding of what God is to this. It's amazing. Astounding. So thank you for that song. Mm-hmm. Just every once in a while, I just got to talk. Have you guys noticed that? Okay, so this is the time that we talk about how you can support the center with your financial good. You support us beautifully by being here, oh my gosh, what we did for the food bank, all of this stuff is just absolutely amazing. And we are still a business, and we still have regular ongoing operation costs. So thank you all for supporting that. You can send e-transfers, you can go to the website, you can write a check. There's all kinds of different ways of doing it. So I'm going to ask everybody to take your tithe, your gift, your offering, your donation, hold it to your heart, and infuse it with love and energy. And let's say our conscious giving affirmation together. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all that I give returns to me multiplied abundantly. I am so blessed. And so it is. And so it is. Somebody told me also this week that their favorite time of the service is this song. Mm-hmm. So let's stand up and sing.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful. Gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful. Nice.
Let's bring in the kids, shall we? And get me to stop talking. Let's bring in the kids.
Frosty the snowman was a jolly happy soul with a corncob pipe and a button nose and 2 eyes made out of coal. Hey, Frosty the snowman was a fairy tale, they say. And the children know he could laugh and play just the same as you and me. Yeah.
You can go up on the stage if you want.
She's going on stage. You can come up on stage. Hey, you were with the big kids. You were with the big kids. Wow, that's pretty cool. Hi.
Hello, good morning. Happy Sunday. Today with the kids, we read The Paper Bag Princess and talked about the power within you. This princess, all of her clothes and her castle got burned by a dragon, and the dragon stole the prince. So she put on a paper bag and went and saved him and used her cleverness and creativity to trick the dragon to save the prince. When she saved him, the prince was not so nice to her, so she decided to leave him there and go be by herself. So we talked about that you are whole, strong, and capable, even when things look messy or hard, and you don't need outside approval to know your worth. So we made inner strength shields to demonstrate our inner strengths.
Wow. Oh, yours is pretty and yours is cool. Let me see yours. Wow, it's pretty with all kinds of stickers and stuff on it. You have one too? Oh, look at you. This is wonderful. She's in the fun day today. That's wonderful. Let's give a hand to our kids, to Miss Alicia. We're happy to see you guys in this little adorable one. We're going to bring her up to be a religious scientist. Yes, we are. Awesome. Okay, let me just set this down. How we do our closing, right? You guys, we're going to teach you how to do the closing. So let's stand up. We're going to rub our hands together. And we're going to send energy out to wherever it's needed. If you need it for yourself, send the energy to yourself. Or half to you and half out, however you want to do it. Okay? On a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Whoosh. Have a wonderful week. Thank you for coming. Woohoo!
Ooh. Ooh. Sleigh bells ring, I ain't listening. In the lane, stores listening. Beautiful sight, we're happy tonight. Walking in a winter wonderland. On away is a bluebird. Here to stay is a new bird. Sings a love song as we go along. Walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he's Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say no, man. But you can do the job while you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire. Face unafraid the plans that we made. Walking in a winter wonderland. Ooh, 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 In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he's a circus clown. We'll have lots of fun with Mr. Snowman until the other kids knock him down. When it snows, ain't it thrilling? Though your nose gets a chillin'. We'll frolic and play the Canadian way. Walking in a winter wonderland. Here's a little song I wrote. Might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry. Be happy. In every life, expect some trouble. When you worry, you make it double. Don't worry. Be happy. Ooh, 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 ooh. Don't worry, be happy. They're walking in a wonderland.
It was fun.